telling them we're under G.
For real. For real. You remember that one time East Side resident? And we are on What Is Up, Jorge, Infante, Mr. Chris Boss. Everyone's in the house. What's up, guys? First time we reunite in a couple of years. Welcome out to Galaxy.
Thank you for having us here, Alex, on your show.
You know what? I figured since I'm at home and eating, sleeping, shitting, and taking out the trash days on end, I figured, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. No, but it's great to FaceTime Chris and FaceTime you during these unprecedented times to stay in touch.
Well, we have to keep our sanity, so this is a great moment to do that.
Yeah,
it's great.
We're like hang out with friends, even though we can't hang out. It's like virtual hangout.
Virtual hangout.
Now, right? Have you noticed that? Virtual hug, virtual this, virtual that.
Yeah, it's virtual everything. It started off as virtual porn, right?
At some point, but I don't watch that.
I'm glad to see you guys. I'm glad that everyone is safe and healthy. In these,
good.
In these unprecedented times, we're here in our houses, nice and safe, with our families, with myself, and just sorry, you can hear this. This is not weed.
Is that a bean and cheese?
It looks like a bean and cheese, right?
Sounds
but
I'm gonna
bless this podcast with some sage as we're shooting the shit here.
Blessings to you.
But what's going on? How was your day, Chris?
I was good. I have a very different time schedule now. So like since I'm not playing any gigs, I'm in bed really early and I'm up really early. It's great.
Yeah, that's right. That's because your time frame, your circadian rhythm is back on track.
Very different than going to bed at 3, 4 in the morning after getting up, late from gigs and stuff. Now I'm in bed by 10. I'm up by 8. I'm getting a full, really beautiful night's rest.
So we could talk about some serious life changes because of this pandemic thing is causing a lot of life changes for everyone. And that's one of them for you is like not staying up and unloading your gear after gigs and getting home at 4 o'clock. And
just a quick parenthesis on that, Chris, that will change as your boy gets older. Wait till he's 16, 17, and you're going to be sleeping. You're going to go back to being awake all night and sleep all day, because that's what's happening to me. Right. Everyone here is sleep all day long, and then they wake up at night and they start watching Netflix and playing video games and stuff, and everybody's awake until 5, 6.
Party all the way to the a.m.
And then I'm having to wake up at noon or 1 o'clock. That's our breakfast, 2 p.m.
Wow. All right.
Well, that's gonna
hang on. It's coming.
That'll be a good 9-10 years from now. He's going to be playing the piano pretty damn good.
Yeah.
That's great, man. So, the life changes here are pretty drastic. For me, like Chris was saying, his circadian rhythm has changed and he feels great. He looks great. And what about you, Jorge? What kind of life changes are you experiencing with this pandemic?
I don't look as good, but I'm okay. I'm staying healthy.
You've always gone to bed early.
Huh?
You've always gone to bed early lately, but you're not doing as.
I used to, but I'm not right now. I'm working from home, and work is kind of slow. The whole industry it's kind of slow and dragging. So I try to do as much work as I can from home. If I need to go to the studio and do something a little more elaborate, then I'll go. And but for now, I'm just kind of staying home, playing safe. I walk in the afternoons just to get some exercise going. I haven't been on my bike because it has been very, very hot, and I'm staying away from the heat as well.
Going back to Chris on the bike rides, I remember I FaceTime Chris as he's doing a bike ride with his boy. So they've been doing a lot of bike riding, right? You guys still bike riding?
Yeah, I got in at 8:30 right now. We just did 5 miles right before I jumped on this call. So
nice.
Which is nothing compared to Jorge. We would drive his bike down to the beach from here. Like,
yeah, that 150 mile
150. Yes.
150. MS 150.
I've always wanted to try that, but it was always out of the realm of possibility. But what's cool with now is that Liam has been riding his bike for a good 6 months now. So he's right behind me. I don't even worry about him now. It's crazy how fast it happens and how cool It is.
Wait another 10 years and he's gonna pass you up.
Oh, he already is. He already is.
What new habits? I mean, we already talked about new habits that we've been going through, right? Like I like Chris's. I can't get that one, getting up early yet. I guess I need to have a kid.
Oh, that's
Gone,
tough,
just
man.
kidding.
I haven't
But
been
yeah,
waking
like
up early.
going back to
nowadays.
Chris and
not-
getting up early, that's like my dream.
No, that's not a habit. That's getting cannonballed at 8:30.
What are the new habits other than
in
jacking off and eating popcorn all night?
Watching Netflix.
Netflix, dude. I binged The Office in 3.5 months, and that was 9 years.
Dude, that's like 10, 20 seasons.
Yes, it's 9 years, 9 seasons, and 26 shows per season. That's a lot of jacking off.
That's a
and,
lot of
and
that's a lot of popcorn
and pizza and quarantine.
That's too much.
You want to know something weird? I've never watched a show like that.
You know, another topic right here. Have any of you guys thought about any other career changes, or just trying to stick to your, like, what are you sticking to your voiceovers and doing it at home? Chris is taking a break from the music gigs, you know, and being full-time daddy at home. Are there any thoughts going through your all's minds about making any career changes right now during this pandemic?
Jorge.
Me? Yeah.
Starting off with you, bro.
Yeah,
think?
dude. I mean, I just don't know what.
Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet. What I do, I'm fortunate that I can do it at home, and also I can go to my studio. I'm 100% functional in the studio, and I'm alone in the studio. But it has affected me to where I cannot have guests with me in the studio. I cannot have anybody.
Your clients can't come in, right?
No. So everything is long distance. Everything's through Zoom or any other kind of
Digital patches.
connection, digital patch. But I'm able to work. However, the whole industry in itself, it's kind of slowed down. Everything's slowed down.
Can imagine.
Yeah. So you've noticed commercials now, a lot of commercials are done with iPhones, and they're doing like a selfies. Have you seen those commercials? Everybody's, doing it from the iPhones.
I think I've seen them on Facebook.
So, production it's taken a different, instead of hiring big crews with, cinematographers and, lighting experts and grip and trucks full of gear, they're using an iPhone, man. And they get everybody on the iPhone, and then they send that video to a studio like mine. We edit, we put music, a voiceover, and it's done. And
wow.
So
what was funny
it is changing. The industry is changing.
Yeah.
I'm also having to do, I did another production last week where all the video is stock footage that you license. And then you put your voiceover, you put your message and all, and put it all together and package it and make it a digital content. But the industry is changing, man. It's changing it now. And what am I gonna do as far as changing? I don't know. I'm playing that by ear. I'm just kind of flowing with it and see where that's gonna take us. I don't know.
Right around.
I don't know how to. I don't do anything else.
Right around when the pandemic hit, I was cracking up on how you landed a couple of COVID-19 commercials.
Oh, yeah. Those came in pretty quick, man, about, washing your hands, not touching your face, wearing your mask. And so those came in pretty quick.
COVID-19, lávate sus manos.
Lávate las manos, ponte una máscara. And
20 seconds. How do you say 20 seconds in Spanish?
20 segundos.
Yeah. Like right when the pandemic hit, man, he did a COVID-19 voiceover.
Eat a bean and cheese. Wash your hands.
And Chris,
Chris
is what about you, man? Being that you're a home full-time dad, enjoying
suspended.
Circadian rhythm back in track.
It's been fantastic and weird and like really different and refreshing and sometimes a little frustrating and like puzzling, like so a lot of emotions, because like first I was like, oh shit, right? Well, but we're good, right? They're gonna open back up. And then they did, and then wait, no, they're not doing that. And then I thought, okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go back to work right now. Like I don't want any part of that. And then I had people, asking me, hey, when are you gonna play again? And I had some pending gigs that were at venues that were like not sure if they're going to open back up and whatever. And it was weird. I mean, it's really weird. So I just made the decision, you know, hey, when things are safe, then I'll go back to work. But really, I didn't really have to make that decision because it was already made for me when everything closed down, you know.
Right.
And I didn't actively like seek out work to replace it, not only because I couldn't, because there wasn't anything available, but then also because I didn't feel safe about it.
Very smart of you. Yeah.
In the meantime, man, it's been really, really great. I mean, I feel like retired or something, like just like,
yeah,
it's just a different outlook on life. I mean, from waking up at like 8 a.m. with my son, and then I come down and having Nancy working at home too. You know, we're all three here in the house, and it's really, really been great. You know,
That's
really
awesome.
do. So much, I love it so much that it's like, you know, like you're saying, a career change. You know, I would love playing music, obviously, but I took like probably a different approach to it, where a lot of people, some people use like time like this creatively towards their career, you know, to like better themselves or reinvent themselves or to add or improve something. And me, I feel like it was the opposite. It was just like the first time since I started that I'm going to completely just put it down and like step away from it. And
yeah, it's like the first time you've done this ever.
Yes. And not think about it, not,
right.
you know, pick up my guitar and play, you know, and, you know, every once in a while, it's just for me, just a little, very limited, you know, just because I miss it. But
right.
Man, for me, it's been really great, really, really great. I miss friends, and I miss my band, and I miss
entertaining the crowds.
I miss entertaining and making money.
Being a comedian.
Yeah, doing that so long, like so regularly with no breaks whatsoever. Like I haven't had a 2-week vacation in like, you know, 20 years.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's good, man.
Regular gigs and stuff like that, and stepping away from it like makes me like really like just clear my head. And I'm sure once things go back to normal, I'm gonna feel a lot fresher, a lot more motivated, and less kind of burned out again. It's not.
Right.
I won't say that's a little extreme, but is less of the grind of it and more like enjoyment of it. After, you know, like anything, when you step away from something, you come back and it's real fresh.
Yes.
That's been my approach.
It is. It feels kind of like a reboot, you know? Yeah. I want to actually do this more finally, and actually put more focus into this podcast. And also, I thought about a lot of things, man. I thought about like going online and doing some classes online. But again, I really still haven't pinpointed it, you know? Just kind of, I'm going to figure it out.
Jorge,
like Jorge.
When he asked you if you thought about a career change, you're thinking like temporary, right? Like during this pandemic, just to like float you through.
I did consider, maybe it's not like a whole career change, but it's an add-on, and that is being a drone pilot.
Yes, you've been working on that,
flying
dude.
my drone.
You're really close to getting your license, aren't you?
I took the class, and then it was extremely difficult. So I kind of put off the test, because after the class you have to take the test and then get certified with the state. But I didn't go that far. So I took the class, and then I kind of left it, and all this has been happening. And now during this time, I should be taking the class again because it's online, and I would like to take that test.
That's pretty cool.
And get certified as a drone pilot for commercial use.
I heard it's not easy though.
No,
right?
It's not easy.
It's got a learning curve.
But there's a lot of opportunities for work.
What's not easy? Oh, well, that's what I was going to ask you. The gig, finding work, or the actual
taking the class.
No,
getting certified.
The test.
The test.
So, what is it? Not to discredit, like, you know, the skill or amount it takes to fly a drone, but what is the difficult part of getting certified?
Something I didn't know is you have to read weather reports that are made for pilots. So everything's in code. So you have to memorize the codes, and then there's a code that they give out for pilots for weather reports. And man, I can't even explain to you what it is. But also you have to read maps. Now, all of this you need to learn how to do, even though you don't need it because everything it's on your application on when you're flying the drone. It's on the app itself. It tells you, oh, you can't fly here. It's a restricted zone. Or it gives you a green light. Oh, yes, you can fly here, but up to certain amount of feet, 400 feet. Oh, you have to move out of here, or there's a plane near you, or there's this and that. But they still want you to know how to read maps and how to interpret the weather reports. That
you're basically a pilot
airport.
down on the ground
So
on foot.
it is like you're a pilot, but
Yeah.
you're just gonna drive. You're gonna fly a little toy. So it is difficult. It's something I've never, I had no idea, and it's totally new to me, and that's the hard part.
That's cool, man. I still have my drone in my closet.
And I know you enjoy flying it, so maybe you ought to do it too, Alex. Because
I know that's a good one to do too.
To give you an idea of what a drone pilot makes. I was at a commercial shoot, and they hired a pilot to do aerial views of the event that was going on, the commercial.
Right.
So the pilot came in. He was there for a couple hours, flying the drone, getting some shots of people, crowd, et cetera, whatever the producers told him. A couple of minutes. I mean, I'm sorry, a couple hours. He finished. He put everything on the little SD card, give it to the producer. $1,200 right there. Boom.
Boom. Wow. Not bad.
It's a nice little thing to have on the side.
Without having to lift any speakers or drive to another town. I mean, with the gear. Nothing, just you and a little drone, and that's it.
How competitive is the market to find work like that? How many drone pilots that are registered out there that are?
Well, the smart ones, the ones that can pass the test. So there aren't that many.
Yeah.
Yes, there. Of course, you're gonna have competition. Yes, but that would depend on yourself. If you are if you conduct business with ethical and with ethics and if you are professional and you offer quality and you handled yourself well and all that elements as a real business, you can go really far.
Well, I'm out.
Well, that leaves me out too.
Well, I'm not even in yet. I can't pass the test. It's hard, man.
Pass the
really
fucking
difficult.
test.
It's the test.
It's like I joked with Nancy the other day, like, what if we're like dinosaurs and like COVID is like the meteors?
And we just go, and then we just gradually go extinct.
One by one, we're just dropping. And like, we're going to be looking back at this, like, thinking like when man went extinct from the plague.
Well, who will be looking back at this? Maybe another form of human, another form of ET. Did I just say ETs? Did I just say ETs?
Hey, now. Yeah.
Any aliens?
Has there been a virus that has completely wiped out species before? Because I know
absolutely
we're extinct as a result of asteroids, right? Is that, or do we all agree on that?
Okay, we're talking about asteroids and viruses.
Well, I mean, was the cause of dinosaurs going extinct asteroids? Is that
the asteroids? Yes, but it was quick. It was an impact. The whole thing blew up, and then there was ash everywhere, and it got in your lungs, and you can't breathe, and it kills anything in the atmosphere.
Plants died. There was nothing to eat.
Well,
boom.
The Earth took time to rejuvenate itself.
So it needed thousands of years after that.
Where was that collision? Where was it? And why?
Right, exactly. That's actually a theory. It's not fully proven yet, but there's a lot of scientists.
The first impact was in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, and it created a huge crater. And they found that. That's proven. It's there. And so, back in those days, the continents didn't look like what they look now.
Right.
It was different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything shifted. The whole Earth kind of renewed itself. It shifted to what we know it now, but it was.
And then there's other theories. There's other theories also about the lost city of Atlantis too. So,
the deserts
Chris
that we know now.
There you go.
Yeah,
you got the maps, Chris.
The deserts that we have now,
they
used to be oceans. Yeah.
Slopes. You got mountains.
You got mountains.
And right here, you got water. we got islands. And,
words and shit. and stuff.
That's all I got to say about that.
That's it.
I got one for you, Chris. Ready?
All right.
No. It was, wait, hold on.
Chris, get yourself a microphone, dude. For next time.
I will.
Yeah.
Does it sound that bad?
No.
Yes.
Because I'm just on my iPad.
The shittier, the better.
But does it sound?
Then it sounds great.
Well, you're talking to a guy who did sound for Steven Spielberg, so it's kind of like the opposite of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sensitive about that.
I thought this was going to be like the Johnny Canal or something.
Take it away, you got it.
Yeah. So we're kind of going that approach to it.
Crappy better.
And here's some dead time.
Well, just say goodbye.
Well,
It
guys,
was nice to see you guys.
Thank you guys for joining the Galaxy podcast. Thank you, Chris Boss. Thank you, George Infant.
Thank you.
Jorge Infante. And you guys stay safe out there. Any last words for the viewers?
Be safe. Stay healthy.
Christopher?
Stay positive and keep your activity level up.
And your mask on.
Vibes.
Yeah, and your pants up.
Yeah.
Alex.
And yes. All right, guys. Later.
Later,
Bye.
guys. It would count it off like it would be like, I don't know, whatever. It would be like a packed club or whatever, and then somebody would call out, play that funky music. We'd be like, are y'all ready to play that funky music? All cheesy, right? But people are like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we wait, and then Alex is back there. Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Again. Hang on. Boy.
Wait, hold
Fuck,
on.
where's my fucking drumstick? Wait, Chris, hold on.
After everybody's all hyped.
Okay, hold on. Wait, my Bud Light. Hold on. All right, I'm ready.
Play something else.
And it was Bizarre Love Triangle.
Wait, hold on.
No, then it would be me. I got this, guys.